Hello traders, this is Blake Morrow with ForexAnalytix, and you're listening to the week ahead video for January 2nd, 2047. Ha! April Fools. It's April 1st, 2018. Yeah, it was bad. It was horrible. Anyway, I tried. You have to admit, I tried. Anyway, my name's Blake Morrow. I hope you guys are having a great extended long Easter weekend, or if you don't celebrate Easter, I hope you guys are just having a great weekend, or don't celebrate this Easter, maybe Orthodox Easter. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this long weekend. The weekend actually extends into Monday for a lot of Europe, as a lot of European banks and other other countries actually too are celebrating Easter holiday on Monday. Anyway, it's going to be a busy week though. This week coming up, we've got so many things going on, from the RBA decision to jobs reports to PMIs. It's going to be a pretty busy week. But before I get into that, hey guys and gals, if you haven't signed up for ForexAnalytix, try it. It's only $1 for 10 days. All you have to do is click on this little button. It says sign up here. Once you do that and you get logged in, make sure you download the mobile application on the iOS or Google Play Store. Also, check out our chat room. You'll have access to it while you're in trial, though you won't be able to interact with anybody, but you can see what we've got going on and what we're doing in there. And then once you have been a member for 6 months, or you have a semi-annual or annual membership, you can actually participate in the chat room. You can still view it up until then. Anyway, we're going to talk about a few different things. And before we actually jump into actual currencies, I wanted to show you a cryptocurrency here. I want to take you over to Ethereum. Ethereum actually has rallied, or I would say rally. Rally is not the right word actually. We've found support where you would expect it. Now, one of the things about cryptocurrencies, I'm not a huge crypto. I want to say I'm a believer. I just it's not something I know too much about, and therefore and trading it is a little dangerous at this point because of the lack of liquidity, and the brokers are unregulated, and so it's a little dangerous. But we analyze Ethereum and Bitcoin because a lot of currency traders bridged over to cryptocurrencies, at least temporarily, or have dabbled a little bit here and there. So we analyze a couple of them just to keep our eyes on them. But Ethereum, or let me take a step back. Actually, one of the things about cryptocurrencies that I've noticed is they're very technical based, because there's not a lot of algorithms that can trade against the technicals in there. There's not a lot of algos that trade against traders, and so it's very raw, emotional, psychological trading warfare. And so technical analysis seems to work really well in a lot of these currencies. And you notice Ethereum, we had a previous triangle breakout, and we just pivoted right off of that support, as we were expecting a couple of days ago. If you use ForexAnalytix and you're reading Ethereum, we were talking about how we're probably going to bounce off of this, this trend line, and then RSI was really oversold. Now, if it doesn't stop here, things could get a little bit more ugly, I would say, because what you'll see here is that intersects a couple of different ways. So it's something to pay pretty close attention to for those of you that are trading. And Bitcoin as well. I mean, I might as well just look at it while we're here. I mean, we bounced off of basically channel support, and we did, at least for now, make a higher low. So that's good news if you're long Bitcoin. Not necessarily good news if you're long Bitcoin this Christmas season or holiday season, up around 17,000 or 16,000, or when all my relatives were asking me, hey, should I buy Bitcoin, it was trading north of 15,000, and I've obviously I try to explain to them the dangers of when you're in a mania like it was, and the ones that I've discussed it with since then, all listen to me, at least not to be involved at that point in time. which is good. Anyway, but those are more personal stories. You know, looking at Bitcoin though, you know, below 5,800, you know, it could be a little dangerous. But I think that from a risk reward standpoint, you know, what the heck, you know where your risk is. That's what we can ask for as traders, right? So is knowing where our risk is. All right. Speaking of risk, let's talk about let's talk about the dollar, and just take a real quick look at the dollar. Look at all of the indicator lights from macro, candlestick, basic technical analysis, harmonic, Elliott wave analysis, neutral, right? You know, the dollar index is really just poised at resistance. And now we have a big, long-standing, whoops, let me get to the right chart here. Got to flip over to the weekly chart. There it is. We have a long-standing downtrend line that comes in around the 91 level, and you can see it best on the daily chart. This blue line here, that's really what I consider the bull-bear line, meaning while we're below it, it's bearish. If we get above it, it's bullish, and that would be right here at 91. We're close, but at the same time, the downtrend is very much intact. And if you look at the dollar index, let me just take a look a little bit longer term here. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So you look a little bit longer term, you'll notice that you know, we still have this bear flag that points all the way down towards 84.50. And then, you know, you have that longer term bear flag, and then this one too, if we do actually start breaking lower, points to the same direction. So you know, the euro saw a short squeeze this week during the end of month type of positioning, and we saw the dollar index spike up, but we're still finding resistance where you would expect. And even if we do break the highs from last week, we really still have to get above this 91 level for things to really turn bearish. Now, one of the currencies that I really wanted to bring to your attention, though, is I wanted to bring your attention to the Aussie dollar. And let's go over to the daily chart here. The Aussie found a lot of support on this channel support. Okay, that channel support is also 127% extension of this move. Now, it's not on this particular chart because I didn't do the analysis on this chart, but you know, obviously it's noted in ForexAnalytix over the last couple of days, and that is, you know, really important to understand that this level is holding. And I look at the Aussie dollar very with a very interested eye, if you will, because the S&P, you go look at the stock market's sitting just above its 200-day moving average. As long as the stock market can continue to hold, the Aussie dollar has the potential to bounce. But the flip side is if the S&P breaks below the 200-day moving average, then commodity currencies like the Aussie dollar might be in a little bit of trouble. And that's and it's important when you know that the RBA is this weak and you have the S&P so close to support, that you pay pretty close attention to that. Now, if you guys didn't read from I'm going to take you back over to our homepage. If you didn't get an opportunity to read our latest blog on the S&P, please do that. Right here, equity volatility is back, but have we actually seen the top? This is an important blog post because we talk about the S&P but more importantly, the technical ramifications should the S&P, you know, break below this 200-day moving average. And we outline this all on the blog, and you can see what my feelings are regarding that, and how to respond in the event that the S&P actually breaks down. But you know, while we're still above it, and while the S&P is still holding above this 200-day moving average, you know, the risk is for a bounce, a break below it, and you know, we're going to see some downside. We're probably going to see a lot of stops go off, and there's going to bring some risk off into the market. And you know, the question is, how far can we go down? And if you look at the S&P, just to correct down to, you know, an upward sloping trend line, you know, we're talking about maybe 2,500, maybe just a hair below that, and you might go, well, that's, you know, that's not not too bad from where we're at. If we do drop another, let's say 150 points, I mean, we're talking about another 7 or 8% from where we're currently trading. But that would find some support around there, and then we could cue off of the stock market and kind of know what to do with currencies after that. And that's one of the things that for me is I look at these big indices like the S&P, and it helps me gauge how I want to approach the FX market. When the market is more what we say risk on, meaning stocks are going higher, everybody's feeling more bullish about about the environment. Commodity currencies, emerging market currencies tend to do well, and the dollar will get sold in a lot of instances. The yen tends to get sold, but should there be risk off, that means people are just throwing in the towel, saying sell all my stocks and just put me back into cash. Well, cash usually means put me back into dollars, or a lot of people like to buy yen, especially in the currency market. They use that as a good hedge, and you might see the yen strengthen as a result. And that's when you start seeing pairs like the US dollar, Japanese yen continue to break lower out of this triangle formation. So those are just a few things that I think as a currency trader you should be looking at this week, because like I said earlier, we do have the RBA this week. Okay, we have retail sales actually out of Australia the next day. So on Monday we have the RBA decision, and then we have retail sales out of Australia. Let's say we have ADP non-farm, which is obviously ADP private payrolls here in the U.S. Then we're going to have non-farm payroll actually on Friday, and then Friday night after the market closes, we do have the Fed Chairman Powell is going to be speaking, and also the Bank of England Governor Carney is also going to speak. So some things happening as we get back off of this holiday, off this long weekend. But with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go, because it is a long weekend. I'm going to go enjoy it with my family. If you like this video, make sure you click the thumbs up button or the like button on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our great interviews. And by the way, we did a special interview on Friday with Amir Dulashahi, and if you didn't listen to that live, go back and listen to the recording. It truly is one of the most inspirational stories of a human being. And it just shows you the perseverance that Amir had, and I'm just I'm so happy for him where he's at right now in his life, and I'm happy to have been observer in his journey, and even though it obviously has not been all roses, it's been amazing to watch. A lot of ups and lots of downs, and anyway, you should go listen to the interview. I don't want to give any of it away. You guys and gals have a great Easter Sunday for those of you that are celebrating it. For the rest of you, enjoy the long weekend. And my name is Blake Morrow with ForexAnalytix. Have a great trading week.